Welcome back to State of Decay 2 Heartland. We have got a mission right now. In fact, we've kind of got two missions, but I don't trust one of them. So our main mission is we want to recruit Isbe, everyone's favorite character, to our community, which means we need to go on this mission. However, La Coalición is suggesting that sometimes if you screw up the Diana mission, which is, I think she lives, here? If you screw up the Diana mission, you might be able to get her back by going to the gas station in East Marshall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the long way to go see Isbe. I'm going to swing by this gas station just in case there's some kind of secret Diana mission going on there. Because that'll be interesting for me to find out. If she's not there, whatever. We'll go and get Isbe, and that will be the plan. We've got Isaac here, and he is equipped with the echo weapons that we earned last time. I also equipped him with some repair kits and gas cans because we utterly destroyed our vehicles last time. So let's repair the Rames. We'll take the one that's in the worst shape and fix it up again. So Awesome Twitch Dude suggested that he thinks I should go after being a Twitch partner. He says it only takes 75 average viewers. And to which my response was, I don't want average viewers. I want exceptional viewers. And I already have 19 exceptional viewers right now. So I don't need 75 average viewers. This 17 exceptional viewers is plenty for me. So yeah, I mean, especially because, I don't intend to make being a streamer a career, or making a YouTuber, being a YouTuber, making that my career. I've already got a career that I really, really like. And I want that to be my career. I want this to be my hobby. And putting the effort into this, that this would take, in order to make myself like a Twitch partner, somebody who, can really, command an income from Twitch and, does this all the time. I think I would lose my mind if I tried to do that. So no, this is a fun hobby for me right now, and I want to keep it a fun hobby. So that means that I've got to be nice and loosey-goosey and lackadaisical. In fact, I'm going to be off this next week, for those of you who are curious. I'm going to be taking a break from streaming to do some other stuff with my time. So next week, you shouldn't see me on here. But I'll be back the week after. And in the meantime, I'm trying to build up enough videos that my YouTube channel doesn't go dark while I am failing to stream. Of course, I think by the time I publish this on YouTube, that week off will be over. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, whatever. Something different is going on now. Alright, so I think I'm headed towards the gas station. Yes, I am. This next turn up here is what leads to the gas station. Marhal! Welcome to Marhal, where the pat met de foi. We actually have a sign outside outside my town that I live in that says something about, it's something like, where come for a day, stay for a lifetime, something like that. But people will always vandalize it to say where a day feels like a lifetime, which is great. Sleepy little suburb, nice gag. I figured, I've just repaired this car, why not put it to use, right? So it looks like there is not a mission over here right now, which makes me think that the rare special case that Coalición is talking about might not be happening. That's fine. I'm gonna still fight some zombies. It is. I definitely get myself into more trouble, just sort of at random for fun in State of Decay than I do in Project Zomboid. Mostly because in Project Zomboid, like, letting one zombie sneak up behind you and scratch you could mean the death of your character and the loss of a lot of progress. Where here, in our game, you can definitely get killed, but you get a lot of warning. Like, even the zombies that have, like the freaks that have one-shot kills, they only are allowed to use those one-shot kills when your health is low. But yeah, in Project Zomboid, the fact that I had a little moment of inattention there and let a zombie jump on my back, that could have been, like, seriously death for my character. But not in State of Decay. In State of Decay, you got plenty of warning. Even if your health goes to 0, you get some time to earn it back. You're fine. Everything's fine. I mostly just wanted to fight the zombies because I was curious what was in this gas can. Did I already search it? Did I already search it and I wasn't paying attention? I think I did. I wasn't paying attention to my own actions. But there's a fuel bag. That's good. I'm hearing a zombie. Oh, it's a confused zombie. Hello. Let me just put you out of your misery. That was just embarrassing for you, and now we've put it to an end. So Coalition is now advocating that I kill Diana because apparently killing her results in her mission respawning, which is silly, and I feel weird that we didn't catch that earlier. But whatever. Oh, my weapon's in trouble. All right, I've picked up a lot of gas here. Let's pile it in the car where it takes up less space. I forgot to empty out the car. I've got these extra thingies in here that I don't need right now. Okay, well, I think what that means is I need an outpost. Luckily, I've got an outpost right down the road. So we'll hit up this outpost, and then we'll go after IzzBee. I don't know how I feel about actively killing a character just for an exploit. That feels weird to me. I mean, I know she's not real, but it still feels weird to me. And also, I mean, getting a character killed isn't easy, you know. I mean, unless Coalition's got a special method that he likes to use, like luring zombies to kill somebody who you can't kill directly yourself feels a little off. Like, it would take a lot of effort. So yeah, Awesome Twits Dude is asking a question we get a lot, which is, will we ever consider letting people move their Heartland communities into the regular game? And the first thing we usually say about that is, well, the Heartland characters would need to be transformed in some way. We need to swap out their skills for different skills in order for them to be relevant to the core game, because the skills that you use, the community skills of these characters, are just completely unique to them and have nothing to do with, I don't want that, have nothing to do with what goes on in the core game. So that's one reason why it would be a lot of effort, you know, to do that. And also, I mean, you could end up just piling up copy after copy after copy of these characters in your legacy pool, unless we also made a bunch of weird rules about that. And so it just feels a little weird. Like, it would, you know, it would make the game strange in a lot of ways, and not add too much in my mind. Like, you know, you've got other characters you can play in the core game. I don't know if you need these specific characters. That's just my take on it. I mean, and we don't really have a, yeah. I guess I could see somebody wanting to play these characters in the core game just to take them on a lot of adventures beyond what you can do in Heartland. And I could see us, I don't know. I guess we could consider, and I'm saying we like I'm on the team, and I'm not, and the team has their other priorities they're working on. I'm not committing them to anything like this. But I guess, you know, if we ever offered the ability to, like, I don't know, maybe a breakdown-like ability to recruit special characters, like a completely new feature that let you recruit special characters or something like that. I could see adding new versions of the Heartland characters to that list. I could see something like that working, but that is a feature I just made up off the top of my head that no one has written down or decided to do. So that's not a real thing we're doing. That's just me thinking through the possibilities, which is, you know, something I can't stop myself from doing because that's why I'm a game designer, because I like doing that kind of thing. But yeah, Coalition is making the suggestion that we could, if we added a feature like that, we could make it something that unlocks when you complete things in Heartland. It could actually encourage players to play Heartland, which is, you know, something that lots of people would probably benefit from. A reason to play Heartland. Hey there, Isbe.
Exactly the skill set I'm looking for.
That's one of my favorite lines of hers.
Thanks, I guess. Now, let me explain what you're going to be doing. I just need you to drive to a couple of locations and read messages over the radio.
Oh, right, this one.
I'm not sure I buy them. No, seriously, that's basically it. But if you do it right, we're gonna be rich. All the supplies you ever wanted. So, what you think? You ready?
Yep.
Just You are really precious. All right. Let me know when you reach the first location.
Sure thing.
All right, so this is one of our little clues about how Cleo works, this mission. And basically, this is based on a lot of the early thoughts that I had about how Cleo worked back in the day. And now that we've revealed as much about Cleo as we have, I feel comfortable sort of talking about it, kind of, you know, not for the first time. I think I've done this on the regular stream as well. But basically, the idea is, you know, Cleo is an AI that was experimental. It was being tested out, worked on by the maybe by DARPA or by some other organization. Some organization was testing out this AI, and the idea was it was a logistics management system for the military, or maybe for like, you know, search and rescue operations, disaster management, FEMA, that sort of thing. Where the idea was, you know, when you need a lot of stuff delivered to a lot of people under very complex circumstances, complex changing circumstances. And a lot of the time, you know, the problem is, oh, we need this over here, but we didn't know we needed it until right now, and now it's going to take us 5 hours to get it. By the time we get it, it's going to be too late. So, you know, Cleo was designed, in my mind anyway. And again, this is not canon. This is just how I've thought about Cleo. I don't think something's canon unless we say it explicitly in the game. But she was designed to solve that problem by basically using, you know, the way that AI is just really, really good at predicting things, like uncanny things that humans are bad at predicting. Cleo was designed to predict the needs that people would have by listening to their radio chatter, tracking information about an ongoing storm, about military operations, about whatever. And then she could deliver what was needed, basically get drones in the air with packages for people who don't know they need packages yet. They haven't had time to ask for a package because they didn't even know they were in trouble. But Cleo predicted they'd be in trouble and got a drone into the air with a package they needed so that it arrives when they need it, or even right before they need it. That was the theory behind Cleo. And so it was still like in early testing, you know, or maybe mid-level testing at the time of the outbreak. And so the people who were running Cleo, they turned her on. They basically were like, okay, she isn't officially in operation yet, but if we ever needed this AI and all of her logistics, all of her, you know, the supplies that she could deliver, all that stuff, we need it now. So they turned her on and basically said, you know, listen to civilian broadcasts and try to figure out what people need and send it to them. And so, and then those people died in the outbreak, and they weren't there anymore. It's just Cleo on her own, using her own facilities, trying to figure out what people on the ground need, and then deliver it to them. And so what IzzBee is doing with this mission is, she has sort of, she's got a theory about what Cleo is and how Cleo works. And so she's testing it, but she's devised these phrases that you're going to say. And she thinks that these phrases are going to, you know, interact with, like, weird little unpredictable features. That she, like weird little details. Oh, there's a bloater down below me. Weird little details of how Cleo works. They're going to interact with that, and make things and make Cleo drops appear where she wants them. And so she's kind of hacking Cleo, but not hacking her by like altering her code or something. She can't do that. She doesn't have any access to Cleo. But she's hacking Cleo by hacking the inputs for Cleo, like how, you know, sending her weird messages on purpose that don't normally mean anything, but Cleo will interpret in a certain way based on how she's evaluated Cleo.
Hey, you alright? You still got that message I gave you?
I'm still here. I'm really supposed to read this.
It's for science, babe. Just read it.
Hold the news reader's nose squarely. Waiter or friendly, milk will countermand my trousers.
That's it. One down, one to go. Get out there, Tiger.
All right, so you might be wondering what the heck that sentence was. So that is actually an Easter egg that I have snuck into multiple video games that I've worked on. I should catch up with the chat before I explain that real quick. Yeah, Tendalense says that saying these lines is kind of like saying, "Who's a good boy? You're a good boy, doggy," where it's nonsense, but it still gets the response you want out of the intelligence you're talking to. So yeah, that's a decent example of the kind of thing we're talking about. Okay, anyway, so that phrase, it's actually from this Fry and Laurie routine. You know, Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, who you might know better as, I mean, Stephen Fry, I don't know, you know him as a lot of things. He's a very popular actor and very popular sort of presenter from British television. And then Hugh Laurie, of course, is the actor who played House on House MD, and he's on lots of other things too. They had a sketch show together, basically, for a while in England. And so I think it was called A Bit of Fry and Laurie. And I had never seen it before. My cousin introduced it to me. And there's this one, in the video my cousin shared with me, there is this one sketch, which is one of my favorite pieces of sketch comedy that anyone's ever done. Which is, it's basically, Stephen Fry plays this expert in the English language. And he's being interviewed by Hugh Laurie on a talk show. And he's making this point about how the English language, it's like the 88 keys on a piano. Like, you've only got, so many different words in the English language. But just like how you can use the 88 keys on a piano to write an infinite number of different songs, similarly, you can use the words of the English language to... Where is this thing I'm going to see? Oh, it's over there. You can use, the words of the English language to write any number of different phrases, or to speak any number of different phrases. And he said that I am going to right now speak a sentence that has never been spoken in the history of the English language. And then he says, "Hold the newsreader's nose squarely, waiter, or friendly milk will countermand my trousers." And when I heard him say that sentence, it just kind of I laughed my head off, and it just blew my mind. I was like, he's absolutely right. That has never been said before he wrote it for this show. I mean, I'm sure he's rehearsed it several times. But, prior to him creating that sentence, it had literally never been said. And so it was one of those things where it's like, it was funny, but it was funny because it was weirdly true. And I loved it. So it stuck in my head. I memorized it. And so later on, when I was working on The Sims 2 for PSP, which is kind of more an adventure game than a Sims game, I was basically, I needed to come up with a secret passphrase for someone. And I was like, you know what? Let's use this. So I put it in that game.
Don't work that on me now. Read it.
Let's see what this one is.
What is this that roareth thus? Can it be the motor bus?
Terrible motorbike must translate. Continue calls for clam bake. And now we wait. Order derived. Kilo Angel 22 Mike. Holy crap, it worked. Go to the third site. Hurry.
Okay, so there's like a feral down there. But anyway, yeah, so I used it in that game, and now I've used it in this game, because again, we needed a random passphrase. And so, yeah, it's just one of my favorite sentences in the English language. And so I used it here too. So there you go. A little bit of insight into that. By the way, that second one, the one about the motor bus, that's actually from a book called The Superior Person's Book of Words. It's not originally from that, but he uses the term, basically it's a funny book about weird English words that you can use to sound intelligent. And the joke is that's, what intelligent people do is they memorize a bunch of words and use them to sound superior to other people. Okay. Oh, crap. He's in the bushes.
What was that weird voice I just heard?
That is Cleo. Nobody's exactly sure what she is.
Whoa. All right.
I started hearing the broadcast not long after the
Whew.
It took me a while to get the right gear to pull off this trick.
Where did I stick my car? Oh,
Actually worked.
up here.
I just discovered the key to infinite supplies.
So anyway, so in that book, there was, I think the word was doggerel, which is it's an insulting word for bad poetry, but it's a specific kind of bad poetry. And so as an example, I think it's specifically bad poetry that's got like a pretentious Latin bent to it. And so it's like fake Latin. And so there was this this one poem it used as an example, which involved, what is it that roareth thus? Can it be the motor bus? And it ended with something motorum bum as the fake Latin way to say motor bus. And it was just a silly poem, but that also stuck in my head, so I included that in this too. So that's why those two phrases were chosen, in case you wondered.
My friend, you are looking at a genuine, precision-targeted Cleo supply drop. Do you still think I'm some crazy weirdo?
Get off me. Okay, well this is gonna be... Oh, get off! Oh, you jerk! Okay, we're about to be sick. Okay, I've been forgetting about bloater glands. Ah! Who made this mission and filled it with zombies? Oh, right, it's me. I did this. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Nope, wrong button. I guess I might as well try to get this gland. I missed my chance to do another one. Oh, gosh! Wait, why did that happen? Did I do a bad job? I probably did a bad job. I got too close to it before. I think I ran its timer down, basically. So... Wait, is there another one? Oh, there's another one in here.
Almost got it.
Bloater gland, bloater gland. There we go. Okay, we got that one at least. Let's go get that Cleo drop. So, Lord Hawkius, by the way, welcome to the chat, Lord Hawkius. He says that in Portuguese they do the same thing. You want to sound smart, you just memorize a bunch of long fancy words and use them all the time. So we've got some meds, that's good. We got this thing that IzzBee wants. We got a vector, a trench tool, some Willy Pete's, and some bullets that I don't have room for, but that's fine. I'll use these painkillers, and there we go. Whoops. All right. We're good. Let's head back to IzzBee, and then let's give Isaac a break so that he doesn't need cure.
Talon thinks they've found a way to steal blueprints and gear from Cleo. They're fooling themselves. All they're doing is telling the government exactly where they are and what they're up to. Classic psyop.
All right. I'm going to run over here to where my car is. Awesome Twitch dude asks, why can't we take Plague Busters out of Heartland? So we actually did consider taking Plague Busters out of Heartland when we were working on, adding difficulty levels to the game. And we integrated Plague Bloaters into the core game for the first time. We did consider letting you harvest their glands and do the whole thing. The problem is, we thought of it kind of late, and we were already like really late in the process. We were trying to ship an update by a certain time, and adding those in. I mean, it's a whole, basically it's a whole procedure that is only part of the Heartland game mode. It didn't exist in the regular game mode, which means we would have to bring it in, and it was gonna have unpredictable interactions with other aspects of the game. And oh, stop it! You know what? Actually, if we need to be cured, that's fine, because there's an achievement on that. But whatever. Anyway, and so at the last minute, we're like, I don't think we can do this without incurring a bunch of... By the way, look at this cat penguin. Isn't that great? Look at that. It's beautiful. That is the best cat penguin anyone has ever made. Anyway. Oh, yeah, Coalition, you're right. They totally... So, the dialogue around getting a bland from a bland from a groater, getting a gland from a bloater, that totally ended up in leaking over into the core game. But the mechanic would have to have been brought over specifically, and you know, who knows what kind of weird interactions it could have had with other character behaviors, things that were unpredictable, things that could have broken. You know, I mean, Coalition was just dealing with apparently a major feature broke in DayZ recently and destroyed a lot of things, and we've had our own cases like that where we broke something important with an update, and we were really worried. Shush, IzzBee. We were really worried that it was going to be one of those events if we tried to sneak that in at the last minute. So we didn't do it, and then it just fell off the priority list because we kept moving on to other things that we wanted to do instead. So, yeah, so it never happened. But we did think about it. We did want to do it. I understand the desire for it.
Too many plagues. Get into me.
What? No, get off my car, you jerk. All right, so I'm going to head home. And I think we've actually got an episode here in the bag. I'm going to double check some things and make sure that my kids don't need me to run off and drive them anywhere. But then I think after this Heartland episode is done, I think I'm going to switch over to play some Project Zomboid. Like I said, I've got a week off streaming planned for this next week. And I think that what I need to flesh out my YouTube offerings over the course of that empty week is a little bit more Zomboid. So I think we'll switch over to Zomboid in just a sec. Oh, I guess I should turn the lights on so you can see, huh? Oh, wait. Everyone's saying talk to IzzBee. What? Talk to... Oh, you're right. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Aha! I do need to talk to IzzBee to wrap up the mission. You're right. It's right there on my screen. What am I doing? Let's go. Let's go back. We're gonna go back. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. All right. Yep. See, that's what it... Because I was talking, and I muted IzzBee, I just wasn't thinking about whether or not the mission was over. You know, if I listened to what she was saying, it clearly would have not been the end of the conversation. But I wasn't listening. I was saying my own thing. So there you go. That's what you get for talking too much and not listening. That's the lesson of this. But luckily, I had a chat to listen to. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, who are these guys?
Time to reload.
All right, anyway. Hey, IzzBee, did you want to talk to me a little bit more before I ran off? Hey, IzzBee.
Looking for a team that could use my skill set.
Oh, right. I can recruit her. That was the whole point.
Okay, let's head on over to Jurassic Junction.
All right, anyway. Yeah, let's recruit IzzBee.
Of course I know where you live.
Bring her home. I do like that she creepily already knows where we live. A lot of those, by the so I wrote some of those like passphrases and stuff like that, but actually most of the dialogue for this mission was written by Andy Collins, and I really like the way he wrote IzzBee. She's got such this weird like cocky superior attitude.
Still up there delivering payloads. That has to mean the government is out there too.
It's delivered in this really funny way.
She's listening, then they gotta be listening too. Which begs the question, what the hell are they waiting for? Unless, of course, this is all going according to their plan.
That's disgusting.
What's wrong? Did I just blow your mind? Wake up, my friend.
So the thing is, I can't even tell if IzzBee believes this or if she just likes sounding like a conspiracy theorist because she thinks it's funny to watch people's reactions. Like, IzzBee is the kind of person who just does things for the lulz, so who knows, right? Who knows what she actually thinks? Awesome Twitch Dude asked me if I knew that the actor who played Brock for us... What the... No. Nope.
For our next Cleo supply drop.
Barrel, look out.
The heck? It just went inside. Hey! Get off Chavez. Okay. Are we fine? So I'm still really short on materials. So I should do something about that. Let's... Okay. Do I want to deal with this? What are the good ways to deal with a juggernaut when I'm feeling ill-equipped? Oh, we don't have any room for meds. I should make some stuff. I'll do it later. Do I have anything that... Ah, pursuit mines. That might be good. Of course, everyone shooting at him at once might also be the answer. Okay, this 22 isn't going to be great. Oh, here we go. Oh, got him. All right. Thanks, team. Good work, everybody. Whew. Anyway, let's drop off bloater poison gland. This, that. Don't need this. Probably do need some more of that. Let's reload. And I think we're good. La Coalición was suggesting that I use the bouncing Boris, but I don't even know if you can get a bouncing Boris. I mean, I guess you probably can. Can you get the independence back? Is that where it's from? I'm trying to remember now for sure. Let's look. I can get an incendiary delivery, but no, I can't. Coalición says, not with that attitude. Has this whole thing been at night? Or did the sun go up and down? I wasn't paying attention. I guess this whole thing has been at night.
Every time I turn the corner, I find another room.
I like how, you know, we were so proud of making this large base that, like, all the characters have lines to talk about how big the base is. That's fun. We don't have any materials, which means we can't actually build the thing that IzzBee would build. I'm not even sure what that is exactly. Let's see. Does it say? What does IzzBee do? I don't even know. Fabricator shop. That's Diana. Utilities complex. That's Chavez, isn't it? So I can't afford any of these things. So yeah, so utilities complex, that's Chavez. Lounge is nobody. Barracks is nobody. Sniper tower is nobody. Ah, drone uplink. Drone uplink. That's her. Okay, so I need to get a bunch of materials. So I think next time I play Heartland, which might be after my week off, I should definitely go get some materials so I can start building the things that these characters can contribute. So, cool. Well, there we are. Let me catch up with the chat a little bit and see what I have been missing. Candace Avum says, you know what I want in State of Decay? Waffles. I mean, sure. I think technically waffles are in Project Zomboid. I don't know how you make them, though, because I don't think I've ever found a waffle maker. Maybe you just find them at places that make waffles, and then they all go bad, and then you can never have them again. There's so many things in Project Zomboid that, like, only exist so that you can never have them again after a certain point. It's just there to create a sense of loss. Awesome Twitch said, I'm not going to talk about the staffing of the team, but I would agree that your chances of getting a hazmat suit in State of Decay 2, those are really, really slim. Yes. Coalición, we don't actually take donations, and so no, I don't think we can be leveraged that way. And oh hey, Scott Lannon showed up and I never acknowledged him. Hello, Scott Lannon. Tandalense asked, do characters need sleep in Heartland? I think I've played with Chavez for almost 4 days and he's still okay. Yeah, I think so. I had forgotten this, but I think somebody reminded me early on during this playthrough that, yeah, we just don't have the feature where people need sleep. For the same reason that I think your leader also doesn't need sleep when you kick off the legacy missions in regular core game State of Decay 2. It's because, certain missions demand certain characters, only make sense with certain characters, or you might prefer to play them with certain characters, or you could take, because there's a limited set of characters, you could get to the point where you've been like smacking yourself against the gauntlet, losing characters, and now you've got nobody left except tired people. And all of those situations encourage us to say, you know what, this tiredness mechanic is cool. One of our reasons we have it is to encourage you to switch characters and try out, a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different skill sets in the game. That's why it's in the core game. That's a part of it is also just for realism. People can't just stay up all the time. But part of it is to sort of create that sense, that cycle of you trying to play different characters. Just a moment. Sorry, my door getting knocked on made me lose my train of thought. But modes like this, like Heartland, where the whole point of it is to tell this particular story, having characters stand in the way of that is particularly, it messes things up. And so, we turned off that feature. Anyway, I guess I should go because someone's knocking on my door and I don't know why. So let's wrap this up with a subscribe button and links to other videos and the next Heartland episode, which will be there, but I'm not going to make it for a couple of weeks. So, eventually we'll catch up.